Hey, good morning, everybody. So I waited until I was parked this time before I actually did a recording. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fabulous time this August. This should be my third blog, possibly. It should be. It should be. This will be the third one. Um, just a quick thing. I'm actually going to be talking about a legitimate subject this time. And it kind of came about because of something I've gone through, as well as something a friend of mine is currently going through. And I feel like it's a very big culture. I am going to call it a culture in the online community, regardless of what platform you're on. And that's trolls. And yet the reason I'm bringing this up, because don't get me wrong, I love trolls. I've done it. We've all been there. We've had those moments. And for the most part, especially in broadcasting, we get a lot of them that come in. And I can kind of play off of them almost like a comedian plays off the audience, if that makes sense. So as long as it's not too ridiculously bad, or they're not harassing other individuals in my chat, or they don't take it too far, you know what I mean? Because there is a line there, then it doesn't really bother me. I just kind of laugh it off, and I'll use it and involve them into the show. But every once in a while you get someone that just takes it way too far. And it's like they think what they're doing is funny, or it's making them look better, or whatever. And really all it's doing is villainizing them. And that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about. So a while back, I had and this is broadcasting on LiveMe, because as I've mentioned before in my previous vlogs, I broadcasted on both LiveMe as well as UpLive, which is where I'm currently at. I'm still on LiveMe, I'm just not active on there. I'm active on UpLive. But anyway, there was a specific troll that I had that was so bad that every time that he got a notification that I had gone live, whether it was my own broadcast, or if on there they have what's called 9beam. So you have the main broadcaster, and then you have 8 other squares that people can pop into and kind of hang out, and it would send notifications even if you were a guest in someone else's broadcast. So he would make multiple accounts, this individual would, in order to verbally harass both myself as well as the other broadcasters if I happened to pop into their broadcast. And I mean, it got to a point that I just stopped popping into people's broadcasts, because I knew he was going to come in and he was going to start harassing everybody. I mean, we're not talking about, funny comments here and there, sarcasm. These were gross comments. And it got to the point he would start hitting people up in the DMs. And keep in mind that some of the individuals on that app, they're not supposed to be this young, but they were 16, 17, whatever. So these were minors that are being harassed by this individual. And that was a big reason why I ended up actually leaving LiveMe and going to UpLive, was because we were having such a hard time getting him IP banned. Because you can block anyone you want. You can block them all day, night, whatever. It doesn't matter. But this specific person was creating multiple accounts so that they could continue harassing myself as well as some of my friends. And so we were working on getting an IP ban on him, but it just was taking too long. So we decided that, we're just not going to expose ourselves to that individual. And it's really sad when it gets to that point. Not for myself. I mean, I'm a broadcaster. I can broadcast on any app. And the individuals that truly enjoy my content, they just went with me. I mean, just being honest, I let them know. They went with me. I already broadcasted on multiple apps anyway. I just stopped broadcasting as much on that particular one. But I was lucky because I didn't know this individual in real life. And the trolls that develop from people that you thought were friends are the worst. That friend that I mentioned earlier that's kind of going through it right now, it's upsetting because the person who's harassing her was actually a friend of ours. And she doesn't let it bother her too much. But it amazes me that this individual who is perfectly fine hitting myself up or hitting her up when they're upset, and being like, oh, pity me, help me, I need to vent, I need to talk to you, whatever. And then the next minute, it's like they log on to their online platform, whatever it may be. And I'm not going to mention names of who it is because I'm not going to give them the airtime. And they immediately start trashing everybody and saying like ridiculous lies that we are harassing him and we banned him and we blocked him and oh, he's the victim, and just like absolutely trashing as many people as he can in trolling. I mean, he 100% does. And the thing about it is with this situation, when you have a troll like that, it's not, you don't make yourself look good. If you're doing this, you don't make yourself look good. Like you may think what you're doing, like in your head, you're like, haha, this is funny, I'm gonna get back at them, whatever. All you're really doing is making yourself look like an idiot. If you're behaving this way, if you're, going around, you're doing all this stuff and you're talking smack on individuals, and then meanwhile, everybody else that's paying attention sees that you're the only one doing it, you are the only one that's going around saying anything negative, and no one else is saying anything because, they're adults. People are going to start putting it together. Period. There's really not much more to say beyond that. And that's what I don't understand. Like, how does this not register in these individuals' heads? How do they not, like, put two and two together of, maybe this isn't the best way to handle a situation? Because we're not talking about like funny comments or, even sarcastic comments or, whatever. Because again, I'm used to that. Y'all think it's bad on YouTube. Try seeing all those comments running live down your stream, like in real time. I mean, it's crazy. And so for me, most of it, like 90% of it, whether it be sexual comments or, comments making fun of me or whatever, it's content, and I'll use it as content. Like, I will use that against you. But most of the trolls that come into my broadcast, they know this. They're prepared for it and they have fun with it. And there's been a couple of them that, now they've become friends. And because in real life, I have that personality where I like to joke around. I like to be sarcastic. I don't consider you a friend unless I can torture you. You know what I mean? And, but there is a line of respect. And when you start harassing other people in the stream, when you start literally harassing, when you start stalking, because I've had some that have tried to find my Facebook, like my private Facebook, my private medias. That's a line that you don't cross. Number one, it makes individuals legitimately uncomfortable. And number two, you're villainizing yourself. Like, it's not funny. No one finds it funny if you're doing these things. And so I don't understand how you justify it in your head. And I'm not saying like any of you in particular. I'm just, referring to you as like the X factor. But how do you justify that behavior? How do you think in your head, this is how I want people to perceive me? I don't understand, especially from adults. Like, I get it a little more with like younger audience, but like these two individuals were adults. And so it's like, there is a way to present yourself and a way to behave, not even like by society standards, but by common courtesy standards. And when you start violating that, no one's really looking at the broadcaster and saying, oh, that broadcaster. They're looking at you, but not for the reasons you want. They're looking at you because you are acting repulsive. I don't know how else to say it. That is when you just get blocked. That is when people ignore your comments. That is when people don't hear your voice. One of the great things about being a viewer, whether it be on a live broadcasting app or, a video platform like YouTube, is that you have a voice. You have a voice. But when you continually use that voice for pure toxicity, people stop listening, guys. They're not going to listen to it. I mean, might get one or two people that are like, oh, that's funny, it's great, ha ha ha. But no one actually hears you. And so when you have something legitimate to say, there's no one to hear you. There's no one to register what you're trying to convey, because no one's going to take you seriously. No one's going to process anything you're saying. And anything you do say is going to come out as bullshit. Pardon my French. I'm not monetized yet. But, so that's kind of like what I wanted to make today's vlog about, is just like that level of trolling and how stupid it is. It's just so stupid. It's not even funny. It just is stupid. It is this level that don't get me wrong, it doesn't bother the broadcaster. It makes no difference. Like, whatever. It's irrelevant. All it does is make you look like an unintelligent human being. And I just don't understand why these people want to portray themselves that way. Why would you do that? Because again, a legitimate content creator, a legitimate broadcaster, we've seen it all. We've heard it all. We don't care anymore. Like, believe me, I have heard it all at some point or another. It's happened. But it just doesn't bother me. It just doesn't bother me. I just don't understand why you would want to do that and why you would feel the need to do that. So, I mean, I get it's to get attention, whatever, but there are better ways to get attention that will get people to listen to you. That is not one of them. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to be heading into my actual job here shortly, so I'm going to end this. But you guys have an amazing day, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Oh, remember to like and subscribe. Oh, and check me out on UpLive, the live broadcasting app. You can find me on there as Winter Spring as well. And maybe we can chat it out. See what you guys think. Also, leave any comments below if you've ever had experiences like this. Or maybe you see things from another point of view. I'd love to hear it. So leave your comment below, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.